Hey everyone, and welcome. So, you're a healthcare professional getting ready for the OET. You already know it's a huge deal. Well, today, we are going to build a super clear, strategic plan that takes you feeling totally overwhelmed to feeling completely in control. Let's just dive right in.
Does this feel a little familiar? You're just staring at this, mountain of OET resources, blogs, videos, sample tests, and you're thinking, where do I even start? It happens to pretty much everyone, but trust me, there is a much, much better way than just grabbing at things randomly.
And right there, that is the secret sauce. Success isn't about who can cram the most hours into a day. It's all about having a roadmap, a really smart, structured plan that guides you every single step of the way. So let's build that roadmap together. Here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll find your starting line. Then, we'll map out a 3-phase journey. After that, we'll figure out the right timeline for you. And we'll wrap it all up with the most important strategic takeaway. Okay, first things first. You can't plan a road trip without knowing where you are on the map, right? It's the exact same idea with OET prep. We have to find your precise starting point. So your assessment journey kicks off with an initial diagnostic test. Now, the goal here is not to get a perfect score, not at all. It's about getting a really honest snapshot of where your skills are right now. The key is to look for patterns in your mistakes. Are you kind of struggling with certain question types in the reading section? Is your letter structure a little weak in the writing? This info tells you exactly where to focus your energy from day one. Then, about halfway through your plan, you'll take a mid-course progress test. Think of this as your reality check. It tells you if your study plan is actually working, and more importantly, where you might need to tweak things. And finally, you have the end-of-course mock. You're going to take this under full-timed official exam conditions. And this isn't just practice. It's about building up the stamina and the confidence you need to walk into that test center feeling totally prepared and in control. All right, so you know your starting point. Now let's look at the path ahead. The great news is we can break down this whole preparation process into a really manageable 3-phase journey. This 3-phase approach just simplifies everything. You don't have to tackle it all at once. You start with the foundation, you build up to proficiency, and then you polish everything in the excellence phase. It's this step-by-step progression that makes the whole thing feel so much more achievable.
Let's dig into that a little, starting with the foundation phase. In this phase, your mission is simple. Get to know the exam inside and out. You're going to learn the structure of every single subtest, the types of questions they'll ask, and the specific skills they're looking for, all while building that core healthcare vocabulary you're going to need later.
Next up, you move into the proficiency phase. This is where you roll up your sleeves, because this is where the real work happens. It's all about intensive, super targeted practice. Now, a common trap here is just doing endless practice tests without really thinking about them. Don't do that. Instead, focus on specific skills, like how to skim for the main idea in reading, or using the perfect tone in the speaking test. That's how you systematically build up your speed and accuracy. And finally, we have the excellence phase. You've already built the skills. Now it's time to sharpen them until they shine. This is where you learn those advanced strategies to squeeze out every single possible point. You'll perfect your time management and take more mock exams to make sure you can perform at your absolute best when the pressure is on. This is the phase that turns a good score into a great one. Okay, so you've got your assessment, you've got your 3-phase plan. The final piece of the puzzle is deciding how long this whole journey is going to take. And guess what? This decision should go right back to the results of your initial diagnostic test. So you've basically got 2 main paths. If your diagnostic test showed that you're already pretty close to your target score, a short, intensive 4 to 6 week course might be absolutely perfect for you. It's like a final, focused push to get you over the finish line. But if your diagnostic showed some bigger gaps in your language skills, don't rush it. A longer track, say 8 to 12 weeks or even more, will give you the time you need to build that foundation properly. So let's bring all of this together. We've taken what can feel like a really chaotic process and we've given it a clear, logical structure. This is how you put your brand new roadmap into action. So here it is, the key takeaway. Assess where you are. Follow the 3 phases: foundation, proficiency, and excellence. And choose a timeline that honestly reflects what you need. As soon as you do that, OET prep stops being this scary, overwhelming monster, and it becomes a manageable project with a very clear finish line. I think this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Having a clear plan is the ultimate weapon against exam anxiety. It channels all that nervous energy into productive action, and every little step you take builds the confidence you're going to need on test day. So we'll leave you with this final thought. You literally have the map in your hands now.
You know the exact route from overwhelmed to ready. The only question left is, what's your first step going to be?